And we're back. Man, episode 3 already. I cannot believe it is this far. So far in the game. Welcome back, guys. It is I, the inedible Matman, Baron von Nerdmeister himself. You are watching me play The Outer Worlds. And really, we're doing this because The Outer Worlds 2 is coming out this year. Super excited for that. This was one of my favorite RPGs maybe in the last 10 years. This was Obsidian doing their best work since they did Fallout New Vegas. It is a fun, unique experience. Everything about this, I truly love the aesthetics, the storylines, everything. And there's very few criticisms, right? Very few nitpicks that I have, which is pretty impressive when you stop and think about it. This is a big game, and there's a lot going on here. So, really excited to be playing this. So glad you're here for this. Let's see. Yeah, these transition cards just take forever sometimes to get through, but once we do. Sorry, taking a drink there. Basically, oh yeah, we were right outside. We're in the Emerald Vale region. We're right outside our what is this? Edgewater. So we're going to transition into Edgewater and see what happens. We got our ship, but we got to fix it up. We got to go maybe do some work for these different, as a freelancer for these different companies. I do love these cards, though. Absolutely beautiful. It's a great aesthetic for space, I think. That sort of 1930s Art Deco, or 20s Art Deco. I think it's 20s Art Deco. That sort of that feel of like, what if pre-World War II capitalism had taken to the stars, you know? That's kind of where we're at with this. Alright, well, we don't need our gun right now, so let's not worry about that. You're just a guard.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Okay. Let's see. What have we got? This is the barber shop. Cantinas. Hot meals, cold meals, live music. Day-old Saltuna, 2 bits off. Ooh, Saltuna. The most disgusting crap you're going to find in this place. Ah. Hey, look at this. Some secret stuff. Why that was over there. What about back here? What's back here? Let's see. Oh. Really? Okay, there's nothing here. Nothing! Nothing is back here. Somebody died. Mr. Power. Take that, thank you. We've gotten a weapon modification! God, I hear noises everywhere. It's weird. What's trying to get me?
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of Saltuna.
Ew. That's the general store. What is this? This is the cantina. Alright, let's go in the cantina. Why not?
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
I don't want to know what they don't want to do about it. Bathroom, okay. Good to know. I hate that the action button is also the pull out your gun button. Do not have enough to unlock this. Okay. Well, let's just keep going. There is a barber shop. I like my haircut, though.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Ew. Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards.
Okay.
You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Oh. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care. Pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything. Okay, so that's
Much obliged.
a good start. Good to know. You know, you could look through it. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure that one out later. Let's see. Where are we? What is this? Edgewater. Why are you over here, buddy? Ooh, look at all these people. Oh, Saltuna. It's the cannery.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend.
Hello. Ah.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Why do you look like a band member from a 2000s punk band? That's what he looks like. Who's you, sir?
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yeah, the other guy said the same thing. It's almost like you guys are programmed. There's the vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Ooh. Looking for a power regulator, actually.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery.
Okay.
Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. Then I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
The handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
So you'll consider it? I do appreciate you hearing me out, and, your discretion.
Sure.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah, I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Love a good quest. Love a good quest. Gonna run really fast because I don't need to be in that building anymore. Love a good quest.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
Okay, this is where I came from. There's the Saltuna Cannery. Oh, Saltuna. Okay. You're just sitting down. Yeah, you just stay right where you are, buddy. Just gonna look around. Look around. Can't get back there. Ah. Just take everything that's in there, thank you. Very nice. Alright. Let's see. Why don't we go to the cannery and speak to that one guy?
You're safer inside the walls.
Thanks. Hello, cannery. Front room. Spacer's choice. Oh, this is a taste of freedom.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Oh, they want me to go to town leader, huh? Okay, let's go up. Let's see.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this big lesson. The grease monkey, Argo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with...
Yeah.
Well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest.
Hi.
Really now, Pavarti, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for... think you have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Really?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. Ooh. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Yes, please. Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Uh-huh. What do you mean, mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Oh. None of these people would take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Interesting. How'll I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Oh, okay.
I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the computer. Oh, yeah.
Great.
Pavarti
I got my wrenches,
is like my favorite character in this entire. She is
engine tape, so
truthfully the nicest, kindest,
well, I am glad to hear
sweetest
that.
person in the
Best of luck
verse.
to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay. Our companions. All right, so this begins a bit of interesting je ne sais quoi.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Yeah, it's fine. I gotta go pump somebody for some caps. And
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from.
yeah.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, get my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, no heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders or
You ever
worse.
feel like we're stuck in a
I think you
system
should talk to
similar
the town's
this?
vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Yeah.
Thanks, mister.
Yeah.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Oh, Pavarti. Alright, we gotta find this one cannery worker that owes money to what's-his-face. Hey, Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Oh, shit.
Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
He said he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing
Eugene
family.
wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
That's ridiculous.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Wow. People here are as brainwashed as I've ever seen. It's terrible. Okay, well, that was pretty good. Wasn't there one more person here? There's one more person I think we have to find that owes money.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You're kidding.
Okay, yeah, I'll take all these. Why they're sitting back here, I don't know. You're mine now. Suck it, Spacer's Choice.
I've got some time.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker.
I see.
Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Yep. I'll leave you be. Who dis?
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice.
Hi.
The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Looking for work.
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers.
Okay.
Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay. Got anyone in here? Nope. Okay.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Nothing I can do about that.
What's in here?
This is where the magic happens. Well,
Oh, is this your place,
science.
Pavarti?
But it still happens here. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Okay.
Thanks. Let's see. Do I have any wands? I think so. Don't worry, Pavarti. Trust me when I say you want me having all this stuff. Saw nothing. What's up here?
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
I'm not so sure we want to be eating the saltuna. There's some good food, though. I'll leave it for now.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Oh, was this her father's office? Long ago. Inamani left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me. So I'll look up and think of you. Roberts, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you'll raise her with love. Perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pavarti. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. You know, Pavarti, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry. Sorry that you couldn't be with both your parents. That really sucks.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here. If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Yeah.
I don't like coming out here. People on the streets dead.
Why? Why would they stare? Because you have your own place to go. That's kind of nice. Okay, let's go talk to the vicar real quick, and then we'll call that an episode. We're doing pretty good. I'm setting up a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, we're going to have to go get those fingers.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, why are you walking through here, huh? What you doing, huh? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger.
Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance. Please get it. A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large, though I understand why a collector would desire to possess such a rare book.
Okay.
Because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of the written word outside monthly periodicals is virtually unknown here.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Well, what do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
I don't have a high enough intelligence.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball.
Yeah. All right, Pavarti.
Where are we headed?
We'll talk later. Let's go. So, yeah, each companion is going to have a different idea of what they expect that you should do, right? But obviously, we got choices that we're going to have to make here once we get to the outside. But it looks like we've got Pavarti on our side, and I'm always a fan of Pavarti. So, guys, I appreciate you coming and watching. Yeah, this was a short one. We're going to make these about 30 minutes apiece. I don't think they're going to be all that long. We have a lot to do, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go, I think after this, we're going to go get some fingers from Marauders so we can level a little bit, and then we'll go meet Adelaide's group and see what's going on there. Make sure to go ahead and drop a like or dislike if you didn't like the video. That's fine. If you made it this far, maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you're appreciating, what your favorite parts of the game so far are. And don't forget to subscribe. You want to make sure you see the next stuff coming out. I know, we hear it from every YouTuber, but it's kind of important. The algorithm loves it. So do me a favor, help out. And then I will see you again here next time for another great adventure. There we go. No. What did I do? My computer's doing like 8. Oh, it's trying to start up Steam. It's like, no. Wait, can I go back? How did I do this? What did I do? How did I start Steam? Sorry, guys. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.